Good morning, Satnam. I'm sharing a practice today that is to help us deal with stress and tension. I was going to share a practice to boost the immune system, and I will share that shortly. But the reality is that feeling stress, feeling tension, can really diminish our immune system. It really can affect everything, all of our systems. And I would imagine a number of us are feeling a lot of stress and tension, even if we're not acknowledging it, around this new reality of staying home and a worldwide pandemic. So we'll do this practice that will help our bodies to not be assaulted by stress and tension. And we're also going to keep it positive. And this is really the first time that I have done a full yoga practice on my iPhone, so bear with me. The longer we're staying home, I would imagine the better I'll get at this, but maybe not. We're here in my house. Not the beautiful studios of Yoga International. I have so many wonderful kriyas over there, produced much more professionally, so please go over and check out Yoga International. They have so many extraordinary teachers and so many extraordinary practices, and I love them so much. They're really good people over there. So this practice, we'll do a little warm-up, and we will also do a few salutations to continue our warm-up, and then we've got a meditation. And I will trust you to lay down at home and give yourself a little shavasana. That's a really important part of the practice. So because it's Kundalini, we'll go ahead and do a little tune-in together. Bring your hands to your heart. And I just realized the washing machine, I think the washing machine will chime at some point during our practice, but that's okay. And maybe we'll have a little bit of music as we practice too. We'll see how that goes. So hands together. Just take a moment to ground into your seat. Just let everything else go as much as possible. Just feel your beautiful body. And as you feel into your beautiful body, notice if you'd like to sit a little taller, maybe draw the shoulders back, lengthen the neck, and then find your breath. Gratitude for the breath flowing in and out of our body. And then we'll rub our hands gently at our heart. So the mantra that we use in Kundalini to start our practice is known as the Adi mantra, and it's Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And we sing it out 3 times, and what we're saying is, I bow to the subtle divine wisdom of the universe. I bow to the teacher in my own heart. So joints of the thumbs into the sternum. Inhale deeply. Exhale. And we'll inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale and exhale. Release it down. And we'll just do a little warm up. Go ahead and I don't know if the music thing is gonna work. We'll see. So anchoring into the seat still, keeping both sits bones down, spine is long, pick a direction. And we're just gonna begin to rotate, wake up the base of the spine, maybe even come forward enough that you feel it in your chest and your heart. So I'm not sure why, but I feel super vulnerable doing this right now. And I don't know what that's about. I'm sure I'll figure it out later. Go ahead and let yourself come back center. And then we'll begin to rotate in the opposite direction. And as much as possible during our practice, just try and be here right now. Try not to be thinking about everything that's going on in the world, your own personal fears about either getting the virus or spreading the virus or having enough to eat or keeping others safe or surviving this financially. We're all in this together. And back to center. We'll take our right hand over to our left knee, left fingertips behind. Let your spine get nice and tall, and then we're just gonna twist to the left, not straining. It's a really gentle twist. And then release your head first, and your shoulders and body will follow, and we'll just switch left hand over to the right knee, Right fingertips behind. Let yourself get tall and then begin to twist. Again, release the head. Let yourself come back center. We'll do a few shoulder rolls. So Ganapati, Ganapataye, Ganesh, Ganesha, this mantra in the background. Those are all names of the same deity that releases obstacles, releases blocks. Ganapataye is on our side. And release the shoulders down. Take a moment to lengthen the neck, and we'll do some neck rolls. Let's do 7 in each direction. I lost count. I think I'm on 5. Whenever you get to your 7, take a moment back in the center, feeling center, and then begin to take 7 or so in the opposite direction. And then we'll again work our way back to center when we've done our 7, and just take a moment. Come onto your hands and knees. Knees underneath the shoulders, wrist creases underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we'll do cat-cow. Let our belly go down, our pelvis tilt back, lift our head, take an inhale in cow, and then exhaling, tuck our pelvis in, arch our spine up, and release our head into cat. So we'll move with the breath, back and forth, inhaling cow, exhaling cat. And keep going. I'm gonna alternate in this video between demonstrating and keeping my eye on the clock so we get the times right. So as you're doing cat-cow, inhaling in cow, exhaling in cat, notice if you want to pick up the pace. And feel free to pick up the pace and do them a little more vigorously. I love cat-cow. I love the ability to flex my entire spine. I hope you like it too. And then make your way so you're level. Take an inhale. And exhale. We'll tuck our toes underneath, curling our toes, getting onto the ball of our foot. And then lift your knees up and just push yourself back into this triangle shape. And we'll walk it a little bit. Just alternately bending a knee, lifting a heel, stretching out the legs. Breathing through the nose. And then from here, just step your feet as wide as your mat. Take little steps with your hands back towards your feet. And when you get all the way in this fold, find opposite elbows. And you could add a little bit of a sway. Let it go and breathe. Fingertips down, slow rise up. So parts of me are probably going to be out of range at certain points, so I'll just be verbally instructing as well as visually demonstrating. But we'll just do a little bit more movement before we get into our kriya. So coming to the top of your mat, if you're practicing on a mat right now, bringing the hands into the prayer mudra and just grounding into your feet, feeling the length of your body. And then inhale, stretch up to the sky. Exhale, fold it down to the earth. Inhale, lift your heart to the horizon. And then exhale, step your left leg back, releasing your heel to the ground. Right knee is bent. Inhale, up into Virabhadrasana. And then exhale, flow down, framing your front foot. We'll switch our legs. Inhale up. And exhale, flow it down. Step the back leg forward. Inhale, lengthen to the horizon. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. So we're basically going to do that one once more. And then we'll add a little piece. And that's how we're going to roll. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. This time we'll send our right leg back first on the exhale. Inhale it up. And exhale, float it down, switch your legs. And again, inhale. Exhale, back leg forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left leg back. Again, inhaling up into warrior one. This time, stay up, straighten your front leg, We'll exhale as we stretch our spine forward and down. And it may be that you're resting on your leg. Anywhere on your leg is okay, just not the knee joint. Or maybe you take a deeper fold. We're going to take a breath or two here. And then engage your head, plant your hands shoulder width apart. Spin onto the ball of your back foot and then bring that front leg up and back, stretching it with an inhale. Exhale, place it down. Inhale, lift the left leg up in the air. Exhale, step it through, drop the back heel. Inhale up. And then straighten the front leg. Exhale, really stretching, finding your place in the shape, and then letting yourself breathe. And then again, placing the hands, ball of the back foot. Inhale, front leg up and back, stretch. Exhale, down. Take an inhale, push back on the heels of your hands. Exhale, completely lift the gaze and step or hop. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. We'll do one more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This time, right leg back first on the exhale. Inhale. And straighten. Exhale. Find your place and breathe. And then lift the gaze, set yourself up. Inhale that front leg up and back. Exhale it down. Inhale, right leg lift. Exhale, step. Inhale up. And straighten. Exhale. Let yourself breathe. And again, set your body up for the next move. Inhale. And exhale. Take an inhale as you really stretch. Exhale. Bring the feet forward. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. So the set, the kriya that we're doing is pretty, could be demanding for some of us. And so remember, in Kundalini, and I believe this to be true of all yoga, it's your effort, not your perfection. So during the practice, if you find you can't hold something any longer, then come out, give yourself a little rest, and then get back in. This is how we build endurance and again, this is a kriya that is specifically designed to help our bodies to not somatically hold stress or tension. So let's begin. And because some of these poses might be a little strenuous for some of us, we are doing the minimum amount in the kriya. So in the kriya, it's 1 to 3 minutes. So together, we'll do the minimum, we'll do 1 minute. But you can keep doing this kriya, and you can pause the video and build your endurance and go longer, all the way up to 3 minutes for each piece. So our feet are wide as we can comfortably get them. We're going to bring our arms out to the side and then slowly fold forward. Find our toes if you can. If not, you could have your fingers inside your toes, or you could hold your ankles. But find the toes, the floor, the ankles, and then we're going to raise our head in this posture and arch our spine a little bit and breathe long and deep. So you keep going in this pose, long, deep breathing, and I can't see my timer so much, so I'm going to move it right here where I can see it. So we're more than halfway there. And now inhale, exhale, release your fingers to the ground. Go ahead, heel toe in a little bit. And then we'll come down onto our knees for a moment. So this next one, I am pretty sure a little bit of me might be out of the camera, but we'll just do our best. We come onto our bellies, and then we're going to set our elbows underneath our shoulders and curl our toes. So can you, I think my toes are out of the camera. So this is what it looks like, curled toes. Elbows are underneath the shoulders, hands are in fists, and we lift ourselves up into this platform. Feel the stability, and then from here, lift your right leg up. Breath is long and deep. Keep going. So I know from teaching this one in the studio that for some of us, just being in the pose is all we can do. We can't get our right leg up, and that's fine. You're getting incredible benefits just in the pose. And it might be that you get your right leg up, and then you need to take a break. So you got to do it. You just got to honor yourself. Breath is long and deep. And inhale. Exhale, right down. You knew this was coming. Lift up the left. Long, deep breathing. you need to take a little break, honor yourself in that way. And inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, push yourselves back into seated thunderbolt or rock pose. Just take a moment. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze, but feel into your body. Feel where the energy is moving. And even though this kriya is about somatically releasing stress and tension, you know, we just really boosted our lymphatic system through our chest and all up into our neck with that posture. Always multiple benefits in our practice, even if we're doing a kriya that's very specifically for one part of our body, really our whole selves benefit. So this next one, I think that hand is still in the camera. We're flexing our hands, bending them at the wrist so the fingers point straight up. If you can stay in this pose for this next one, this is ideal. If it's an unbearable pose, by all means shift yourself into the pose I was just in, Sukhasana. So arms up, flexing those fingers straight up. Relax your shoulders down, and we'll breathe long and deep. Really relax into your breath. Keep the shoulders relaxed. All the energy here is in the arms, in the wrists. When we flex our wrists like this, we open up the flow of prana through these channels in our arms. If you have circulation issues, if your fingers are sometimes colder than the rest of you, this is such a great one for getting energy into the hands. And in a moment, we're going to continue in this posture, but we're going to switch our breath to breath of fire. So breath of fire in the Kundalini tradition is very specific. We'll be inhaling, exhaling, pumping our navel. So the navel is powering the breath. We pull it in towards the spine, and that gives us an exhale. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, release the hands down, and again, just relax. Feel the energy moving through the body. And this is actually a pretty short kriya, super powerful, but pretty short overall. So the next thing we're going to do is a very distinct front platform. And again, do what you need to do to make it accessible for you. So we come onto our bellies and we place our hands underneath our shoulders, the tops of our feet. I'm going to move forward so you can see. The tops of our feet are flat on our mat. From here, we push ourselves up and our gaze is straight ahead and our breath is long and deep. So hold this pose, breathing long and deep. It may be that you need to curl your toes, that it begins to feel too much with the tops of the feet on the ground. So do that if you need to, and if your lower back is swaying, go ahead and put your knees down and hold that shape on your knees. So that would be like this. So either way, we're breathing long and deep. And now we're going to continue in this pose with breath of fire. I've found that it really helps to engage my legs, to really make my legs as rigid as possible. We're almost there, so do your best to keep up. Inhale. Exhale. Take your knees wider than your hips. Sit back on your heels. Relax your head forward. And just stay in this posture and let it go. Go ahead and really release your low back. Release the shoulders. Feel your heart coming closer to the earth. Feel the relaxation throughout the body. So we have two more pieces to this kriya and a meditation, very short meditation, 3 minutes. So we're almost there. We're almost all the way through this incredible practice to address stress, to address anxiety and tension. And I really see this as a first step. We want to take the stress out, address the stress, and then we can work on some immunity things. But this, first and foremost, at this unique juncture in time. So go ahead, allow yourself to come up from that posture we were relaxing in. And the next thing we have is a back platform pose. We'll long deep breathe for 30 seconds, and then we'll move into breath of fire for 30 seconds. And again, you know, if this kriya lands well for you, or you know that you're really stressed, you can keep practicing this kriya and build the times up all the way out to 3 minutes for each section. So back platform in Kundalini, come onto your seat, and then hands are behind the hips. Everybody's shoulders and wrists are a little different, and the older we get, you know, you might have some injuries that you're carrying around. So again, do your best. If it's more comfortable to turn your hands out to the side or turn them back, experiment with that. We're gonna anchor our heels. Not sure if you can see my feet. We're gonna anchor our heels into our mat, hip width apart, and then we're gonna lift our pelvis up off the ground. Sorry, hair in my eye. Lift our pelvis up, and then we have a choice. We can drop our head back. That doesn't work for everybody's neck. Or we can bring our head forward. We're driving our toes more forward. Breath is long and deep. So keep going. We're just doing this for 30 seconds. And then we move into a breath of fire. And so it's just a minute all the way. Yeah? Here we go. Find your breath of fire. Last 10 seconds. Try and get your pelvis up. If your head is all the way back, try and lift the shoulders up. Here we are. Inhale and exhale. Release it down. Hopefully you're not, hopefully you're following my voice and not super distracted looking at the video when we're in a posture, because I'm moving in and out and tinkering with the landscape. It's interesting. I practice all over my house. Yeah, and sometimes outside. So I practice at home a lot, but I've never actually tried to teach from home. So anyway, let's keep going. We have a pranayama now. We're gonna take our left hand out, our right hand out, straight in front. We're gonna put our right hand into a fist with the thumb up. We're gonna wrap our left hand around that fist, line our thumbs up, and we're gonna be gazing at our thumbnails. We'll inhale for 5 seconds, and then we'll exhale for 5 seconds. And then we're gonna hold our breath out for 15 seconds. And if that doesn't work for your lung capacity, you can make it 10 seconds, yeah? So let's take an inhale and an exhale, and we'll begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it out. There's 10, 15. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it out. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it out. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it out. Keep going. Count for yourself. So I'm on inhale for 5, exhale for 5, and this is the last time. We'll hold it out for 15 seconds or 10, whatever you're managing. And then when you complete that holding out, take a nice big inhale and relax your arms down. And we'll just sit for a moment. So the last little piece that we'll do, we'll be using a mantra, and that mantra is Satnam, 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 and it means true self, true identity, and it's considered a bij, a seed mantra. So not only is there the power of the mantra, but when we say it, when we think it, when we vibrate it, we're strengthening that within ourselves. We're strengthening our true self. And your true self is extraordinarily beautiful and kind and compassionate and loving and committed to right action. So it's a beautiful mantra, and that's the mantra we're using for this next meditation. This is the meditation to experience tranquility in the mind. We're only going to do it for 3 minutes-ish, but you can build your practice up to 11 minutes if you like it and it feels beneficial. So we have a very specific mudra. We're bending our index knuckles together, extending our Saturn finger, it's our middle finger, and touching the tips of the middle finger together, and then matching the knuckles of the ring and the pinky, and then the thumbs come together. So it's like this, I don't know, it looks like a little boat to me. Yeah, so it's only the middle finger that's out. All the other knuckles are touching, and then the thumb tips. And its thumbs are in towards the heart, and the extension of the mudra is pointing out from the heart. So we'll be doing this next one at our own pace, because you can match it to your own breath capacity. What we'll do is inhale and hold our breath, and as we hold our breath, we'll repeat the mantra Satnam either 11 times, anywhere between 11 and 21 times with the breath held. So it would be like inhale, hold, and then mentally you're thinking Satnam, 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 however however many times. Then we exhale, hold the breath out, and repeat the mental Satnam for the same number of times. And then we just keep going. And it's only 3 minutes overall. So let's go ahead, take an inhale, exhale, and we'll begin now. Inhale, hold your breath, repeat your Satnam, 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 anywhere from 11 to 21 times. And then exhale, hold your breath out, and again, repeat it for the same number of times. Keep going. Eyes are closed unless you're watching the timer, which is, I got the timer thing covered. Finish where you are, and then return to a nice deep breath. If you finished on the exhale, take a nice deep inhale. If you finished on the inhale, exhale completely, and then move back into a regular breath. I really love that little meditation. Powerful 3 minutes, and I do it often, especially when my mind doesn't feel tranquil, because it just shifts me right into this place where I feel like I make better decisions, and I really am able to access the best of what I have to offer. So that's the practice. I'll be putting more practices up. Hopefully we're not all gonna be home for a super long time. But thank you so much for practicing with me. We'll do a long Sat and a short Nam to close our practice. So we'll sing out the Sat, and then we'll sing out the Nam. Inhale. Sat. Nam. Satnam. Stay strong. Stay kind, share what you have. We can do this.